Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom also to the one-third Israelites, which include the Judas children, the Okonikos, Latinos, and Indians, who are still oppressed together according to the book of Jeremiah 50 and 33, but to whom sola, paternity, adoption, the giving of the law, the promises, the glory, and the covenants, according to the book of Jeremiah, of Romans chapter 9. Today we will read a post from a brother from GMS. His name is Yashaya. Okay. He posted that on his WhatsApp status, and yeah, can't just the things that happen at the moment, because you have latest 180,000 people in Jackson will be without water for drinking or even brushing their teeth for an unknown period of time. Mississippi government, Tate Reeves said in an emergency press briefing tonight. He warns, do not drink the water. Okay, so basically you can drink the water. It is there for what it looks, okay? But it's so poisoned or whatever is inside of it that it's better for you to drink it not, okay? So you have to think about, okay, why would they say don't drink it in an emergency case, They would say, oh, maybe you don't want to drink it so much, or maybe you want to try out other water or something. No, they say do not drink the water, okay? So this is a clear warning, basically insurance that nobody will get it wrong, saying like, oh, you said I can drink it but not so much. Oh, you said no, it's really like what is it? It has to have extra attention, basically, the emergency call here, or the emergency article here, or at least they have their own TV, they have their own radio in that state, Of course, just because you don't see it, especially not here in Germany, doesn't mean that, oh, this is some secret information or secret info, what we got from the internet, from the unicorn, which the Bible says, the internet is the unicorn, and, oh, we got this information, this information is not so important. Yes, it is important, but of course not for you so much if you don't live there, okay? So of course the people that live in the state will most likely 99 out of 110, 99 out of 100 people will heard of that, okay? They are always in every country and city. There are people that don't check for anything at all, okay? Like, for example, people that have no rooftop, Yeah, no roof over their head, okay? Homeless people, okay? For example. But even them, even they get sometimes information because most likely they live on the train station somewhere, or not there, but this is the main place where they stay at, because you have you have people basically watching over them, okay? And you have police showing up often also on these train stations, because people are not stupid, They sometimes use the train for smaller drugs to carry them into the land, illegal, so to speak. Then somewhere other, okay? For example, also on airplanes, okay? It's basically, nowhere basically more safe, So that's why they, of course, are also to see in the train stations, because you have these dogs, also on the train stations. Not every, but if you come into a country, well, however you do it, okay, most likely you will at least one time have dogs, okay, smelling what you got, Let me say it like that, okay. Maybe not every time, I don't know that even because I don't work in jobs like that, but I would believe it that, at least one time you have to calculate with dogs smelling your drugs if you put it somewhere and you want to import it in the country illegal, and that's not to play with, because animals have different senses than humans, of course, and you may think, oh, that's sure enough, but a dog, he can smell basically more than you, let me say it like that. So let's go into this first, okay? Isaiah 14:10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we, art thou become like unto us? Okay, because you would not expect that something like this would happen in a state like this, okay, where they have basically the water insurance, you get even water when there is no water. Okay, this is what I call water insurance. But this saying, and I bet with you they said it once, okay, oh, we have a lot of water, a lot of food, and it will never go out, things like that. Okay, of course you have always these prepper talking different stuff, but now it's really here, okay, and so basically even those who were the last ones who believed that the water can go out or the food or something, okay, are the ones who seeing this being warned by their own officials. Okay, so this is MississippiFreePress.org. The Jackson water system is failing and all surface water across the city is entire unsafe to drink, officials said. Okay, and if you believe in the doctrine of the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, then most likely sooner or later, or not most likely, but sooner or later you will find out that tap water is not the water that you should drink. Okay, anyway, so especially in these days, especially in this time, and especially if you live in Mississippi right now, or in any other place, but especially if you live in Mississippi, for example, so-called more developed countries, so So of course this is talking about the nation of Edom. Our day, which means Edom, all day shall speak and say unto thee. So thee means basically Edom. Art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Because, for example, you go into some places in even India or something, you go in some places of India and you have no water there, okay, or water that is basically more dirty already, okay. Even the water that you buy there is basically, if it's not so dirty, then it has not so much nutrients and things like that. Whatever it has, just not so quality, not so good as here in Germany, for example, especially in Bavaria, okay. But you have the best water cleaning systems in the whole world, also in Germany. But it doesn't change that, when something is poisoned, basically, then it is most likely not the things that are, it's more unnatural than you think, because microplastic, okay, can't be filtered from the water. It doesn't depend where you are, here in Germany, wherever, it cannot be filtered. It cannot be filtered. Okay? Just like this, climate change thing, and so of course there's something, in the very far, somewhere in the future, the gas of what we use and things like that, and the pollution of the air and things like that. But we don't believe that the world is making it that long anyway, because this war will escalate and then it will be over soon. Okay, so that really doesn't change. Of course, pollution is not good. Doesn't matter from which perspective you look at it. But the tap water goes into your body. Okay, you can argue, okay, you also breathe the air, and you're also breathing air and the gas, from cars and things like that. But that's something different, because we, as I said, don't believe that the world will make it so long anyway. Okay, not because of the world alone, because the world will stand forever, and even that is in the Bible. Let me get that. The world abided forever. The world abided forever. 1 John 2 and 17, and the world passed. The will of God also, of course, but is it in the Apocrypha? If somebody knows that scripture. No. Ecclesiastes 1 and 4 to. Or just 1 and 4, okay? Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. One generation passeth away and another generation cometh. Okay, that is something which you want to look at it, verse over verse, line upon line, with verses like, eternity compared to this life is like, this life is a drop compared to a sea. That is a scripture that speaks for that, because, wherever generation you're in, your generation sooner or later will pass away, and what really matters is what you did. Okay, do you work out your own salvation? Okay, like the scripture says, yes or no? Okay, so that is what will really benefit you in the everlasting life. Okay, so why you want to spend so much time and so why when it's basically more worth to already spend time for the next world, which will come down to earth. How we know that? Let's continue reading. But the earth abided forever. You see, so the kingdom will come down from heaven to earth. Okay? Read it again, verse 4. One generation passed away and another generation cometh, but the earth abided forever. You see? Kingdom came, bride for her husband. Okay, there's a scripture talking about that the kingdom comes down, something. Here, Revelation 21:2. And I even had a vision about it long ago. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven. Okay, I read it again. Coming down from God out of heaven. Read it again. Coming down from God out of heaven. Prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Okay, so there's nothing about what these Christians proclaim in their churches, things like that. Okay, there's everybody goes up and they will meet in the air, and Jesus, all these things what I said don't exist. There is no Jesus, there is no meeting up in the air. Of course there's something what you would call meeting in the air, but not how the Christians would expect it, you know. Like I said, the character itself, himself, doesn't exist in the first place, okay, Jesus, okay, which is not a name. So again, and I, John, saw the holy city, so that's why they don't bring the scripture up, because they don't like to really teach the truth. They rather would teach you, okay, that you don't, for example, have to work out anything, okay, not even for yourself, when that's actually completely false. Can be, but only if you are heathen, okay. And that doesn't make it white also, okay, because even the heathens know that the law of the Israelites will be soon implemented again, okay. But with that, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kabbalah,